Assalamu alaikum, reading buddies. How are you doing today? Welcome back. Today, inshallah, I'll be sharing a one more story with you, titled as Basirah and the Amazing Bean Pie, written by Amina Muhammad Dickens. Before I read the story, I would share a little bit about our author. Amina Muhammad Dickens is an American author and a business coach. She has written several books. Bashira and the Amazing Bean Pie is her second book, and she has dedicated this book to her father, Samir Muhammad. So let's get started. Good morning, class. Teacher Nafisa stood at the front of the class in a beautiful gray blouse. Eid Mubarak! Monday is Culture Day to celebrate our diversity. I want each of you to bring to school a dish that best represents your culture. MashaAllah, as you can see in the picture, teacher Nafisa is in the gray blouse talking to the rest of the class and asking them to bring a cultural dish on their culture day. It is Culture Day is something like we do it at Al Rahma as well every year, where we ask our students to dress up in their beautiful cultural outfits and bring some artifacts from their culture to talk about and share with their peers and teachers, and also to bring food that represents their culture. So after, let's find out what happens after the teacher Nafisa asks them to bring food. The students stood up in excitement. Mustafa turned to Bashira. I am going to bring jollof rice. I'll ask my ummi to help me make biryani, chimed Fatima. I'm going to bring bean pie. Bashira smiled and rubbed her tummy. It's my favorite. This year, I'm finally old enough to help cook. My pop is teaching me the family recipe. Everything sounds delicious, said teacher Nafisa. I am looking forward to seeing all of your favorite and food after Eid break. So look at it here. We have Bashira, we have Mustafa, we have Fatima. They are all planning and discussing to what to bring after their Eid break. At home, Bashira giggled and squirmed while her mother put the finishing touches on her Eid outfit. Mom usually stayed up late the night before, making sure the entire family looked marvelous. Her mother tugged at the dress. You are going to get stuck with this pin if you don't stop moving around. I can't help it. Bashira rubbed her socked feet against the carpet. I am too excited about tomorrow. Mom placed a hand on her daughter's shoulder. One more wiggle, girl, and it will be uneven. So hold still. How could anyone expect her to keep calm while thinking about all those presents, the fun, and food? She could almost smell the bean pie already. Here is Bashira with her mom. My goodness, I like the colors of the Eid outfit. It's beautiful. Looks like purple and yellow. Mashallah. Okay, that should do it. Mom patted her on the bottom. Off to bed, Bashira. We have to wake up early so we don't miss Eid Salah. Bashira tossed and turned under her blankets, imagining all the fun things she was going to do. All of her cousins were coming over after the Eid Salah to eat. Her Jeddah and her Pop Pop were on their way to help prepare for tomorrow's Eid dinner. She stared at the black ceiling. It's going to be amazing, inshallah, but I need to get some rest. She started to dhikr, calmed down, and began drifting off to sleep. Here you can see Bashira trying to fall asleep. I wonder who this is, who has just come. Let's read and find out. Just as she fell asleep, the sound of a car pulling up outside woke Bashira. Pop Pop's booming voice drifted into her bedroom. Assalamu alaikum, family. Hey now. Bashira hopped out of bed and dashed downstairs. Surely mom wouldn't mind. Walaikum assalam, Pop Pop. She threw her arms around her grandfather. Pop Pop kissed her on the cheek and tickled her chin with his beard. So, are you ready to throw down in the kitchen tomorrow? Yes, sir. Bashira jumped into her Jeddah's arms. Mashallah, looks like this is Bashira's mom, this is Bashira, Pop Pops, and Jeddah. Mashallah. And this is where Bashira is hugging Jeddah. Mashallah. Let's read. The next morning, everyone was dressed and ready for Eid. MashaAllah, look at their beautiful outfits. They look so beautiful. And MashaAllah, very pretty. Bashira looks very cute in her Eid dress. And look at it, it's matching with her mom's dress. And this is Jeddah, this is Papa, and this is Bashira's dad. MashaAllah, beautiful family. Everyone looked beautiful walking up to the masjid. Everyone in this picture is walking towards the masjid, like all of us. On our Eid day, everyone they dress up in their beautiful clothes, mashallah, and they come with their families to do Eid Salah together as we go to ISB. After the Eid prayer, Bashira and her family returned home. Soon, the smell of fried chicken, sweet potatoes, macaroni and cheese, and green beans filled the house. She put on her apron and ran to the kitchen to help make the bean pie. Everyone over here are helping each other out in the kitchen. And here Bashira is with her papa. Looks like she is putting something in the blender. I think they are getting ready to make bean pie. Let's see. The trick, Bashira. Pop Pop stood next to her at the counter while she poured ingredients into the blender, is to get the beans as smooth as you can, not too much cinnamon, and a dash of nutmeg. There you go. Pop Pop is sharing with Bashira what she can do in order to make pie taste good. All right, time to put these in the oven. Pop Pop placed the pie dishes on the rack and closed the door. Bashira watched with excitement as the bean pie browned in the oven. Bashira and Pop Pop, they are placing the pie in the oven. It was turning out to be the best Eid ever. Time for prayer, called Dad, Everyone, go make wudu. Looks like they were playing in the backyard and having fun, and they all got invited to make salah. So everybody is rushing to now to go make wudu. Three generations of Muslims: aunts, uncles, cousins, and grandparents all prayed together. This is what it reminds me of my family. And I'm sure, well, on a Eid day, everybody comes together: your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents, and maybe your neighbors and friends too. And everybody is praying in Jama. That is very beautiful. Can you spot Bashira in the picture? A hint? Maybe the one with the yellow hijab? There you go. That's Bashira. After Salah, everyone sat down to eat. Bashira ate and chatted until her belly was full. Bashira, her mother called her into the kitchen after the meal. Please take this plate of food to Miss Johnson next door. She sent food to their neighbor every Eid because a Muslim must be kind and generous. MashaAllah, that is such a thoughtful gesture that Bashira's mom did. But this is what Bashira is taking food to Miss Johnson. So this Eid, maybe inshallah, you can take some food to your neighbor and friends as well. Dad brought the desserts to the table: pound cake, ice cream, and Bashira's very first bean pie. MashaAllah, this bean pie is amazing. Uncle Hassan licked his lips. Who made it? Bashira! Everyone exclaimed at once. Look at this here. And looks like this is Uncle Hassan. Everybody have a piece, a slice of bean pie in their plates, mashallah. They are enjoying it. When she arrived at school, Bashira beamed as she walked in with her bean pie for Culture Day. It was terrific. Teacher Nafisa stood at the head of a long table full of dishes, each with a special flag showing the country it represented. You see, children, there are Muslims all over the world, and Allah encourages us to get to know each other. She held a finger in the air. Remember, neither our languages or heritages make us better than anyone else. Allah looks at our good deeds. That is such a beautiful advice that teacher Nafisa shared with everybody. That is true. That we Muslims are all over the world, from different countries, from different, they speak different languages, they dress differently, they talk differently. The only thing that binds us all together is Islam. And Allah does not differentiate among us. Uh, he looks only at our good deeds. And we should strive to do good deeds all the time, because that is how we are going to become beloved of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in order to do that, we need to treat each other nicely. This reminds me of so many kids at Al Rahma. They are from so many different countries and cultures, and they speak different languages, even our teachers. MashaAllah. This is the beauty of Islam. And look at the food here. They have from different countries on the table. And that is teacher Nafisa. Bashira looked around at her classmates eating from plates filled with food from many different cultures all of them extraordinary. Teacher Nafisa stood up and recited a verse from the Quran while the students finished their meals. O mankind, indeed, we have made you into nations and tribes, that you may know one another. Indeed, the noblest of you in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the best in conduct. Surah Hujurat, Ayat 13. This is where teacher Nafisa is. And she recited the ayat from the Quran in front of her class. That is so beautiful. Again, what she said earlier, that Allah knows everybody and He likes everybody for their good deeds, not from which culture they are, from which country they are, which language they speak, which food they eat, or even how they dress up or they look. So, inshallah, we should try our best to make friends, to learn about each other's culture, and learn to respect each other's culture, mashallah. Now, said teacher Nafisa, it's time for some of Bashira's special dessert. The room filled with oohs. Everyone dug into the bean pie. All agreed it was one of the best things they ever tasted. Eid Mubarak, teacher Nafisa said. Look here. Looks like this is Nafisa with her bean pie. And everybody enjoyed her bean pie. MashaAllah. Now, with this, I would encourage you all, my students at Al Rahma, to cook with your family and share your family recipe, share a dish on Eid with your family and your friends. And even make a bean pie and share it with your neighbors. With this, I would like to take a leave from you all until next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum and see you soon.